is worried. Hey!
Yay! I'm so glad we're like able to do this.
I know. I can't believe we made it.
It's been a long time, Brian.
We did. I know. Like there's no barrier here, you know. There's no screen. There's no mask because we're vaxxed. Except for our acid mantle. That's the only thing between us.
And friendship.
Skin jokes.
Oh my gosh.
So
Y'all,
bad.
we are so rusty. This is the first live since pandemic, really. I mean, when we did
a couple of them, but
it didn't feel the same.
No.
It didn't feel the same at all.
We're in full force now.
Yeah, just wait, you guys. We're ornery as can be today.
We are, yeah. Way too much coffee.
No, I haven't had enough. This is, I'm like this far into my Yeti, and it's not. This is not enough coffee.
You got to get on that.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
So anyway.
We do have good stuff though today.
Yeah, I'm so excited about this topic because, it really refers to every single person on the planet, the face of this earth.
Yeah, because there's what I've noticed, that if you're alive, then you get older.
Yeah, that happens.
100%, everybody.
100% aging affects you.
Yes.
And the person next to you, and so on and so forth. I love it. Well, did you know, Brian, that aging, like you said, is pretty much inevitable, but only about 25% is determined by your genes.
What?
So that means that 75% is actually up to you. Like,
wow.
That's the whole point of, this topic and the subject, okay. And like the title of this is aging is really up to you, not your genes.
And I just got new jeans.
Oh
Dang it.
My gosh. You guys, the dad jokes just keep coming.
Well, Father's Day is coming up this weekend, so
you get a pass then.
I'm loaded.
You get a pass. Okay. Well, anyway, so 75% of the aging process and the, all of that is up to us, not actually like our family heritage or anything like that.
That's actually good to know.
It is. It means you have a big control over it, basically. Like you have
who doesn't love control?
I know people really do like it, but anyway, so with our genes being locked in, basically everything else is up to us, and there's many things that accelerate these signs of aging and the aging process. And so
wait, don't tell me UV rays, is that one?
Oh my gosh, you got it.
Duh, right? I mean,
know.
Like, we don't know this already.
Yeah, it seems really, really, stupid, I guess, just to regurgitate this information again, because I know you've heard it like a million times, but it really is the largest cause of skin aging is UV damage. I mean, we can't get away from it.
No, we can't, because, the sun still comes up.
It still happens every day.
So that's part of it, too. And what we really love about what we're talking about today is that Dermoscope Magazine this month did a great job with a multi-series of articles on anti-aging.
Yes.
And so a lot of the stats and things that we're going to quote are from that set of articles. So even if you get a chance to take a look at those articles, man, we highly recommend it because there's some really good things. We're going to touch on a few of those today to try to help you guys, I think, get a better perspective on what's going on, I think, with yourself and your clients and things like that. But definitely UV rays, though. That's a big one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's estimated that UV radiation causes about 80% of the damage to our skin. Like, that's major, you guys. That's why it's our big
80%.
I know, 80%.
So, like, if there was an 80% chance of rain, I would get an umbrella.
You would.
Before I went anywhere.
Yeah.
Fortunately, there's an umbrella for your skin. It's called SPF.
Oh my gosh, you guys. He really is on one today, isn't he?
Yeah, it's been too. Yeah, sorry.
Nice joke.
Yeah, thanks.
Good
Appreciate that.
joke.
Yeah. I love vegetables, but they're all corn.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, I promise this is not what we practiced.
No, it's not. That was off script. I apologize. Sorry, go ahead.
Anyway, basically what we're saying is you have to wear SPF, and as licensed professionals, you know this, but it's really hard to communicate the importance of that to your clients and your patients sometimes. And so coming out with a stat like that, like 80% of the aging process and the representation of age on your skin is caused by UV damage. So 80%, that's major. I mean, they're passing with a B.
Yeah, right.
The sun is passing.
Passing.
Anyway, that's corny too. We're just full of it, I think.
So you have to wear SPF, is that what you're saying?
Basically. And there's a bunch of brands out there, and there's more coming out almost every single month, it seems like.
Yeah.
So there's an SPF for literally everyone. You have an SPF that works for you. It may be different for one that works for me,
Right.
but there's one out there for every single person, and so there's no excuse, basically, is what we're trying to say.
This is the one thing that if I could go back and talk to my younger self that I wish I'd have done sooner.
Oh, yeah.
And because I didn't wear it when I was
Yeah.
young. And now that I'm 53, I know you're shocked that I'm not old because of how young I look, but these freckles and aging spots and stuff are showing up like so quickly now.
Really?
It just seems like they're popping up so rapidly, but even small ones getting bigger.
Oh.
It seems like,
Okay.
and it's just harder. If I walk to my car, it's just all of a sudden like a magnification of everything that's under the skin. It just keeps coming up and coming up. And had I used sunscreen earlier, I wouldn't have as much sun damage as I do. And so I think, as a 53-year-old, you young kids out there, wear your SPF.
Wear SPF.
It's very hard to get rid of once you reach the point where it really starts showing up. It's hard to diminish, it's hard to work, because I've done a lot of things to try to reduce it, but it's still there.
Yeah, absolutely. And there are some great treatments that are available to help reduce the signs of aging and eliminate or help manage sunspots or age spots, that kind of thing. But generally speaking, prevention is really your biggest ally here. It is the number one, it's in your corner. It's really the biggest thing that you can do to help prevent the aging process from revealing itself on your skin. So things like chemical peels and injectables, those kinds of things are great. But really, something as simple as wearing your sunscreen every single day, even if you're going to be inside, those are key elements to preventing the signs of aging on your skin. So it's a great conversation to have whenever you can throw out 80% of the damage on your skin is caused by UV radiation and UV rays. That's something you can throw out there, and you can absolutely get your clients to commit to a good SPF regimen on a daily basis.
Yeah.
So I know we've been harping on the UV radiation and UV rays and how incredibly damaging those are. But really, it's not just UV rays. There's other things that contribute to it, like pollution and some other stuff that really create this compounding effect. So it's not just one element that's playing a part here. It's a whole slew of things.
It is. It's like the UV radiation starts the process.
Yeah.
And then once that damage starts, then you factor in pollution and you factor in other free radicals and different other things. It compounds that. It makes it so much worse. And so while maybe it starts with the UV rays, then everything around you that you encounter, especially if you live in a bigger city or something like that where there's more pollution, then it's just going to go faster.
Absolutely. And something I learned in school, but through reading some of these articles that we've researched for this live, was that it's not just, deep layers of your skin where, the hyperpigmentation and the aging stuff happens. It's all the way up to your stratum corneum. It's all the way up to the very top layers of your skin, that your barriers, if they are disrupted, that you can see damage, you can see, the effects of those. So things like your barrier functions like the antioxidant barrier, the permeability barrier, the photoprotectant barrier, the antimicrobial barrier, the immune response barrier. These basically help ward off things like free radicals and pollution and UV rays, damaging things like that. But there's so many more elements that we're really not taking into consideration. So if our barriers are damaged, you're gonna see it on your skin, which is crazy,
Right. I'm glad we have so many barriers.
Right.
It seems really helpful. Like, that was a really good idea.
Yeah, no kidding.
But if they are damaged, you want to do everything you can protect them.
Absolutely. So really and honestly, if those barriers are damaged, including your moisture barrier, that kind of thing, if those are compromised, your skin cells are going to create your hyperpigmented cells, your damaged cells, those kinds of things are going to start creating damaged daughter cells. So like the mother cells create daughter cells. And if those are damaged, the mother cells are damaged, then your daughter cells are also going to be damaged. And that's where you see things come to light, like pigmentation and wrinkles and disruption in your barriers, those kinds of things.
That's what I'm seeing.
And that's
when I notice the smaller spots get bigger. It's like they're how are you duplicating? What's going on?
Yeah, exactly. So I think that there's a lot to prevention to be able to protect the good cells that you are creating, but then things like treatments, professional treatments like chemical peels and monthly facials, those kinds of things, to helping kind of break the cycle of those mother cells producing, those damaged mother cells need to be sloughed off and come out of the skin so that more healthier cells can, come to fruition and they can start producing healthier daughter cells.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of science. Sorry about that.
New skin babies.
New skin babies.
What we're talking about?
Exactly. I love it. But one thing I do want to touch on, and something I think is really interesting, is the process of glycation. This is something that I really wasn't familiar with until the last couple of years regarding aging, and it's really important because I didn't understand how it affected really like the elasticity and the collagen and like the plumpness of our skin and kind of some of those foundational structural things. Glycation completely disrupts collagen. It completely disrupts it. And so I know you know a little bit about this too. So kind of explain like what glycation is.
Well, I mean, it's basically happens when sugar molecules bind to something else. And so the sugar is such a disruptor in all of your endocrine systems. I used to work in the diabetes industry, and that's how I know all that stuff, is that it can be so damaging. And I mean, honestly, I love sugar.
Yeah.
So this is a hard one for me to go, okay, so part of my control is what I eat.
Yeah.
Which I'm not that crazy about that, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
But the hard part about sugar molecules and things like that is that you usually don't see the damage until it's pretty far down the road.
Gotcha.
So it's not something you're going to feel. It's not something that you're going to see until it's actually done damage, because it's just a slow process.
Yeah. So basically, the science behind it is sugar will attach to things like a protein and then basically eliminate its ability to do its job. And proteins are in like amino acids, those kind of things are building blocks of our skin and structure and everything like that. So it's really, glycation, and he said it earlier, it can be from what you're consuming. It can be, like not having that barrier function in an optimal, state so that you can kind of ward off the glycation process. But it very much is a part of your diet, and that's something that is directly affected by, the aging process and how you age and how well you age. So absolutely. So lifestyle is a big indicator of how you're going to age.
Dang it.
I know.
I just thought I could do what I wanted, but apparently that's not true.
Well, maybe the daily donuts are not a good thing.
Right. Okay. No more donuts. You've convinced me.
I don't know if donuts are his thing, but sugars, like sweets, are definitely his thing.
It's ice cream.
Is it really?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. I've been on the Trader Joe's, just came to Little Rock a couple years ago, and they have these like mini like drumsticks basically, and they're like these tiny little things, and I'm like, oh, I love it. I'm so excited.
It's so little. Yeah, you can eat 10 because they're so small.
I wish I could get away with that. So what do we do now that we know all this information about what causes aging and what are factors in that? What do we do?
I definitely think there's such a huge opportunity for professional products here. I think that especially as an industry, with as much information as out there, then we can really capitalize on helping people get to know professional products better, because I mean, we all know those are the ones that are going to help the most, the fastest. And so that's what I would like to see, because they're designed to do these things specifically to help repair barriers, help repair acid mantle, help your skin retain moisture in those building blocks, those protein building blocks that help collagen, all those things that build skin. That's why we're in the industry. That's why the products that we work with are the best. And so the things that are out there that people are using, they don't know. They may or may not have that level of active that really can help them, where even though a professional product may be a little more expensive, and again, I'm preaching to the choir, I know, but they work better. And the more we can talk about that, I think that the more that we can capitalize on what's going on out there.
So in the age of TikTok and the new like fad ingredient or the fad product and stuff like that, I think it's that much more important as the licensed professional to really know your stuff about ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
So ingredients like AHAs, peptides, hyaluronic acid, retinol, antioxidants, those kinds of things are going to be key in helping your clients, purchase the right thing, because I think, like you said, it does cost a little more, but as a professional product, like when we go from like over the counter to professional grade, or medical grade, whatever, there's a couple different terminologies here. You go from being able to put a lower percentage of an active or a key ingredient in a formula to a much higher percentage.
Yeah.
And so it's not only, better ingredients, better quality ingredients, the higher percentage is going to give you results and help you really, help your clients, I shouldn't say you, but help your clients really get the results they're looking for, and therefore they're going to fall in love with you. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
That's the whole thing, is like building that trust, building that relationship with your clients. And ultimately, if you're saying, I know you're using this, it's just an over the counter, you got it some big box store or whatever, but this is a better product because it has more of what you're really wanting out of it. Does that make sense? Like,
it does. And I think if you're not using social media as an educational tool, then I think you might be really missing out, because I know that when you're in the treatment, that's really hard to cram all this information in that you want somebody to understand. And so if you can think about social media, whether it be using video or post or anything like that, if you can focus on ingredients and talk about why those ingredients are important and what they actually do for the skin, I think that it can help you when you're in the treatment room if you're already putting some things out there that people can read on their own, because everybody now these days is so information hungry that they're very willing to watch videos and read things that are about things that they're interested in. So what we typically want to do is just say, hey, we're having a sale on this, or these products are great, or something like that. But if you can focus and talk about the things that really benefit skin and your clients, then I think it's going to help you tremendously.
Absolutely. And ultimately, when we talk about, only 25% of this is, only 25% of the aging process and signs of aging is locked in by your genes. 75% is up to you. That's a huge margin. And so being able to get good products into the hands of even your younger clients. And there was something that we read recently about how, according to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, in the last 10 years, 20 to 29-year-olds are seeking more anti-aging treatments by like 30% than they used to about a decade ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Which is big.
It's huge. And, as a business owner and a business thinker, I immediately see the business opportunity in that and think about you guys is that, your typical clients, they may be over 40 or 50 or something like that. That's just not your only potential customer or potential client.
When it comes to aging.
So we typically usually think of somebody in those age categories that, these are my aging clients. But there's so much focus on prevention, and the stats show that people between the ages of 20 and 29, what were they spending? Like it's an incredible amount that they're spending each year.
It's like an extra $400.
On beauty products.
On just random beauty products. We're not talking about just professional. We're just talking about overall products and an increase in treatments that were more anti-aging focused instead of, or I shouldn't say anti-aging. It should be like age prevention or aging well or something like that. I don't like the anti part of that. Yeah. But ultimately, what's really cool about this, and I'll regurgitate what you said, is that your clients who are already showing mature skin and fine lines and wrinkles and signs of aging and disruption in their barrier, that kind of thing, are not your only clients that you can really market to with the anti-aging products and treatments and those kinds of things. You really have a great opportunity here as a licensed professional to build your clientele and really focus in on things that they're looking for. And right now, they want to be younger longer.
Yeah, I think so. Well,
I think that's everybody.
Everybody being shut up for a year in COVID, buying much more things.
Yeah, they have
buying much more things. And I think now that we've gotten used to that, then I think that trend is going to continue. But that's why I say also the social media can really help you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're talking about specific ingredients and talking about the why behind it, why it's good for someone with younger skin, you can specifically talk about that. It can really help you increase your business.
So, in light of the time of year, it's summer right now. We're in the throes of summer. I think the biggest thing that you can offer your clients is to really market the prevention side of it. So SPF and protection like that. We have a really great tinted moisturizer, and I use it daily. It's a physical sunscreen, SPF broad spectrum protection, SPF 30. And I love it because it's just kind of become a part of my routine. SPF has always been a part of my routine, but I usually used a chemical-based sunscreen. And so it was like on top of my makeup or it was the last step, that kind of thing. And the tinted moisturizer is a great way to incorporate it into your routine a little bit earlier. So it's really moisturizer. It is tinted and has this broad spectrum protection that you're wanting. And sometimes I just wear that. Like I love the whole tinted moisturizer part of it because it's just easy to get it on and go.
It is a light tint too. It's not really designed to make you look tan.
Right.
It's really designed to even out your skin.
Yeah,
your skin
absolutely.
tone.
And I like how it little blurs my rosacea a bit, so I kind of have a nice coverage there instead of it being like, why is your cheek red? Just one side's really red. But anyway, I just mentioned that one because it's on special this month and you get 15% off of it. And so if you guys are interested in that, we can definitely get you more information, or you guys can call and we'll talk about it. But it's one of my favorites now. It really, like I said, I wasn't a big fan of tinted moisturizers until COVID, and then I stopped wearing makeup because I was at home all the time, And then I was like, oh, I really like this. It makes me feel like I have, a little bit of a, made up face without feeling like I'm having to do the full face makeup type thing.
Right.
But anyway, so tinted moisturizer is one of my favorites, and that's the whole point. And that is it's prevention and a wonderful product.
Right. Well, and other ingredients too to look for that are really key in anti-aging or prevention are retinols, ceramides, peptides, those kinds of things. All of those are going to be tried and true ingredients that are always going to help no matter really your age in that. And which also reminds me, Brightenol is on sale as well, which is one of our retinol products.
That's so funny. Yes, it is. It's a great one.
It's a great anti-aging product and helps with dark spots and reduce those as well.
Absolutely. And it's a great intro to retinol. I know that there are stronger retinol products out there on the market, and so I do want to say that that's not the whole point of that product. It's mainly about lifting pigmentation, and it's a good intro retinol. So it has vitamin A in it, but it also has niacinamide and I think it's licorice root extract and kojic acid. Those things are really good for hyperpigmentation and for age spots. So if you have somebody who is either looking to kind of manage hyperpigmentation, or if they're really looking for an aging well regimen, skincare regimen, that's a great one to put into their regimen. It's a really great product for sure. But those are the two specials that we have this month, and I think that they kind of worked really well with this topic, honestly.
Perfectly.
I know. How did we do that?
It's like we planned it, but we really didn't.
No, we really didn't.
I wish we were planning that well, but we're going to get there. Yeah,
we are. But oh my gosh, you guys, it's been so long. We have thoroughly enjoyed ourselves, preparing for this live and just being excited to get to be here with you guys again, because it's been so long.
I know. to get on camera and see people waving at us, thank you.
Thank you for the hearts and the waves and everything. I love it. But thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to wrap it up, and I think we're going to do these about monthly coming up. So we'll see you guys in July. Until then, like us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook, whichever. Is it the other way around? I don't remember. Anyway, like and follow.
All of them.
Do the things that you do on social media and all that. But you can reach us at skintherapeutic.com, or you can email us if you have questions about anything, or you want to talk through treatment plans or anything like that. We'll be happy to help you out in any way we can.
That's good. Great to see you guys. Thank you for joining us.
Love you all. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye.